Okay, welcome to another episode of Big and Stupid Game Reviews. I'm still Stupid J.
I'm still Big Mike. This isn't really a whole new episode. It's like DLC for our web show.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But I have a feeling it's gonna be like a full episode because
that's how we're gonna label it.
I feel some serious bitching coming on, but this is all about the ending of Mass Effect 3. Now, normally we wouldn't do this, but this is, for some reason, a big deal. I honestly don't know why it's a big deal, but people are making videos. There's support groups. There's
I don't think the support groups are real.
I don't know.
I hope not, because it's just a video game.
Would you be surprised? Seriously,
I wouldn't be surprised, but it's just a video game. I understand people put their time and money into it, but I've put some time into some games with some shit endings.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in the Nintendo era, and those games were hard as shit, and you would beat those games, and then what do you get at the end? Oh, you saved the world. Thanks. And that was it. Like, so I'm used...
If you're even good enough to beat the games.
Yes, that's what I mean. You put a lot more time into those games for a lot less of an ending than what you got in Mass Effect, so... I guess to the youngins, shut the fuck up. Move on with your life.
So, basically, the end of Mass Effect 3 isn't great. It's not the worst ending I've seen, that's for sure, but it seems the biggest complaint about Mass Effect 3's ending is all of a sudden you're introduced to a new character at the very end. Okay, that's cheesy and lame, and I totally agree with that. You meet this Star Child or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of movies that do the same.
Comic books, other video games.
If you need something, you introduce a new character.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. But
I'm going to be saying who cares a lot during this.
But you got that, and then at the end, your choices are basically this. You get 3 choices basically, and everyone hates those choices. Now, let's kind of think about that. In Mass Effect 3, people don't like the fact you have to make choices at the end. Did you play the other 60 hours previous to this? The whole game is about choices. People aren't mad that they have 3 choices. They're mad about the 3 choices they have. I've literally watched videos where people said, one of the choices should have been to shoot the Star Child and do nothing. Oh, do nothing. That would save the whole galaxy. This is ridiculous. This entire situation is ridiculous. First of all, to contact the Better Business Bureau because you didn't like the ending of the video game, if you're even part of that, I'm sorry you ride the short bus. I'm sorry you lick windows all day. But grow up, you fucking retard. Because this is a video game, okay? Yeah, we all get upset at dumb stuff. You invest time into it. You know, sometimes you get emotionally attached to characters and situations. And Lord knows I understand. Mm-hmm. But I don't go and call my local senator and start complaining. I played this video game and I didn't like it. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to think of all these videos that I was watching and all this stuff. And one of my favorites are the countdown videos. Usually I love countdown videos. The top 10, whatever. Yeah. I'm not even going to mention this guy because he's very popular and it's just going to get us... I'm not even going to start. But there was a top 10 video of why the ending sucks. He had like 2 good points. And I already brought them both up. And that was basically the bringing in the Star Child. Yeah, it was lame. And yeah, there was a couple of little plot hole things. But it was all basically like, because I didn't like it. And then the one ending, the energy beam was green. And then the other, number 10, the energy beam was red in that choice. Number 8, the energy beam was blue in that choice. Shut up. Come on. Look, we understand you liked the game. Isn't it important that you liked it up to that point? The 30, 60, 80, God knows how many ridiculous amount of hours you put into it. We're talking about 10 minutes. 10 minutes of a video game.
Yeah. Again, I can understand this is the ending to something that people have put three long games worth of effort and again, you get, but at the same time, like, what do you expect? Like, do you expect the writers to write 25 different endings?
That is what they expect.
Well,
They expected, I think, 16.
you can't do that. You have to. Again, these are video games. We're not talking about anything that's, you know, when you watch a movie, you get one ending to the movie. Most video games have one ending. This had 3, which may not be enough for whatever reason, but it's still more than you get in any other medium.
Yeah.
And
Well, there's a bunch of. Well, technically, I think it's like 12 with little tweaks.
Yeah, and also-
that's what's pissing people off.
And also, it doesn't matter because you didn't write the games. You're playing the games that somebody else wrote. You don't, you can complain about the ending to a book or a movie, but people don't get this up in arms about it. Because no matter how much, of your choices you put into these games, you're still not writing them. It's somebody else's fiction. Let them finish it the way they want to. And at the same time, even if they are giving you choices, do you know how long it would have taken to write 20 different endings? To animate 20 different endings? To, do the voice acting for all that stuff? It's just logistics. It's realism.
And that's
you have to live in the real world. You can't live in the video game world. You have to live in the real world and realize that these people have to make this stuff. It doesn't just come out of the air. You have to make the stuff and animate it and do the voice acting and do this and do that.
That's another good...
That would have been 4 years.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. People are demanding a new ending. They want it made, they want it made now. And here's the thing. I know I'm just going to give the long short because the video game industry is very complicated. But basically, developers make the game with what little money they have. Then they go to a publisher saying, please give us more money to finish this game. And then the publisher says, okay, here's millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Finish the game. That's it. That's all their money.
And the game
when they're
has
done,
to be done by this day.
Now, when they're done, that's it. They don't get extra pay unless it's in some sort of contract or whatever. So when you're saying make a new ending, you're saying, hey, BioWare, take your friends and your family, put them aside, and don't pay them because there's no more money to be made because the game is completed.
Yeah.
And write, animate, get actors, and do all this for free because I want it and I deserve it for God knows whatever fucking reason. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? That's like your boss calling you, saying, give me some random nerd name. Okay, it doesn't matter. Look, get out of your mom's basement and come to Kmart and work for free tonight. That's what we need from you. And you would say, no, I can't play Mass Effect 3 all night. That's exactly what they're saying. We want you to come and I deserve this and give it to me for free and make BioWare work for free. And that's ridiculous.
The people who play video games have become very... I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say here. Everybody feels like they deserve something for playing these people's games. These people make the games and they write the games and they do all the work, and then you think because you play the game you deserve something. You gave them your $60. I understand that.
That's the point of our show. Of course we understand that.
I give people, we give people our money for video games too. And I don't like a lot of stuff. You have no idea how much money I've spent on crap that I hate.
No, I totally understand.
So, yeah, I understand. But at the same time, I'm not going to write to Capcom. I'm not going to sue Capcom because they made Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, and it's horrible. That's their thing. I didn't have to buy it. I did. I didn't have to. And just because I didn't enjoy it doesn't mean I'm entitled to anything. So
I think that's the best recap of this entire situation.
It just irritates me because we're artists, and
yes.
And so are the people who make these video games. So they're making their stuff And, you know, I don't care if somebody doesn't like what I make, but I don't want to get sued over it. I don't want a big internet uproar about it. Just, you know, it sucks. Make a YouTube video. I don't even care. Like, if somebody sees one of my robots or my paintings and they go on YouTube and they're like, oh, this Hates Meat Hook guy, he's horrible. His work is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I don't care, because
So make that video.
Go ahead. Because lots of people like it. So, you know, it's just one of those things. It just irritates me. Everybody's so entitled.
Yeah.
They feel like they deserve something for playing video.
And that's another
You
thing.
don't.
Yeah, and a lot of that too probably is attention too. Like, oh, watch this video of so-and-so getting so angry about Mass Effect 3. And I don't want to be one of those guys either.
Well, you just did.
Well, this is one of those exceptions, and that's because this is going out because this entire situation is ridiculous. This is a video game, and that's all that's to it. Love it or hate it. If you had fun playing it, which I know pretty much all of you did, up to that point, enjoy it for what it is. You don't like 10 minutes of it, and you're going to complain and sign petitions.
Complain. Go ahead and complain, but don't sign the petitions. Don't ban. You don't ban BioWare. You don't sue.
You know exactly my point.
Yeah.
You know, and it's ridiculous. So basically, shut up.
Shut up.
Grow up.
Yes.
You know, and cut the fucking shit.
Yeah.
These are video games.
This is the reason why people who play video games have bad names. People think because, you know, you see this guy and he's you know, sitting at his webcam and he's a big fat guy and he has Spider-Man posters all over and he's yelling and freaking out and throwing stuff and crying. This is
drawing pictures of poop.
This is what people think that people who play video games are. I don't know about you. I'm a perfectly normal person. I have a job, I do this, I have a family, they're a little messed up, but I still have them. You know, I'm a perfectly reasonable member of society. I happen to like video games. I get lumped in with big fat guys yelling and drawing pictures and ripping up money because of the internet.
Yes.
I don't want to be one of those people. Just 95% of us are perfectly normal people. But you get the angry 5% freaking out, and then, you know...
all gamers are...
And then all gamers are big fat guys tearing up their money and burning it.
Yeah, and making the rest of us look retarded.
Stop.
Yeah.
Just grow up. You're not entitled to anything because you gave somebody $60.
Yes. If you want to hate something, hate it all you want.
Hate it all you want.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean... I want to say be responsible, but you can't be responsible with hate, but... Fuck, man, calm down.
Yeah, calm
down. So...
That's as worked up as I'm going to get about this. Because there's no reason.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the ending wasn't great. So
but there's worse.
The ending isn't great in a lot.
There's much worse out there. It's not worth signing a petition over. It's not worth freaking out over on YouTube about.
No.
It's really not, and it's, you know, and you're just making yourself look stupid and making, you know, the rest of us look stupid. We're gamers, we're the minority, we're the nerds, you know, whatever. Shit, man, we should be sticking together, you know, and whatever. So, calm down.
My jacket makes me look stupid enough.
So,
I don't need fat guys on the internet.
Yeah.
It was just that.
I mean, look, I'm an alcoholic on the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, what's there to be proud of? I mean, come on now.
But at least you didn't tear up $60 and throw it in the air.
No. So again, I really doubt we're gonna put up more videos like this. But again, now you know how we feel about that Mass Effect 3 ending. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't care. It's the rest of you. It's the people that are making all of us look bad. Is what we don't like.
It's a fine ending for a game.
That's meh.
Yeah.
It's a meh ending for a meh game.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter because you didn't write it.
It's not mine.
So
it's not mine.
Just come.
Hey, I had fun up to there, and I still play it once.
I didn't have fun, but you don't see me signing a petition because BioWare made a game I didn't like. All right, shut up the camera.
We're
done.